Hey there, Cancer. This is Joy with Joy the World, here to take an intuitive peek into the energies going on around you. Friends and subscribers, welcome back. If you're new to this channel, click that subscribe and ring the bell. They'll notify you anytime I post new videos. Also, if you find you like our content, thumbs up, share, like, get out to the ones you love. These are energy sessions here to power up our world and help us power through to reach our most bright, bold, beautiful, and impossible dreams. Because you know what? Together we are better. Wherever to agree, it is done. So that's what I'm here to do, is get in agreement with you, in alignment with what is truly who you are, not what you do, who you are. If you've given a donation, thank you. Many new decks here, and hopefully soon new lighting, new audio, so that you can see me better and hear me better. And no, I'm not the big bad wolf. Anyways, I am Joy. If you're wondering where I've been, Hurricane Sally rode on through here and knocked out our power, knocked out our energy, and I was not able to upload any videos, so I took time off to get things in order around the house and in my yard. So today is a one card wonder. That's what the guides have called for, and I thought, alrighty, I'm on with that. And they're like, one tarot. Then we're going to have Oracle runes, the credit cards, Pluto and Mars showing up to offer you their power, their assistance through this read. Okay, you ready? Let's start. You want to start with the credit card. Look at you trying to tickle some Pluto here. Pluto is about our power. So let's see what we got going for Cancer. Now, I know in the pre-shuffle, as I was working and moving through the energies, you were talking about giving yourself power and permission to be free. The Hierophant kept showing up about rules and regulations. You're wanting to be free of that. Sorry, y'all. That is my ice maker. I got a crazy machine. If you take any ice out, it'll make that noise off and on through the video. So just know that it's not some crazy monster in the background. It is my ice maker. But anyways, that being said, you're wanting to overcome the rules, the regulations, the things that have hemmed you in. And you're talking about Cancerian principles of the heart, of like having to feel like you have to come at things sideways, or look with the side eye, or be suspicious, be overly cautious or protective of yourself, because you are so soft, mushy, gushy, ooey gooey, lovey on the inside. Your heart is very open. Okay? So you're wanting to be able to take the best of all your assets and qualities and to bring it forward, to give yourself permission to move into that. So you're talking about stepping into this 200-year cycle of the air coming in. This new cycle coming in is reinventing all the signs and taking us into that leverage of our best selves, of our assets, of our benefits, of who we are, of the rewards of what we've chosen in our charts. And we're here to tune those streams today. So let's take a look at what you got out with your credit card, baby. All right. So it's believe. All things are possible. And I love it because genius is like, the plural is genie. And so when some of us get together, we just rub our bellies out and poof, our dreams start coming true. And you're like, yes, our dreams about love, Joy. We dream about love. I have an idea about who I want to see and love across from me. Because who we want to see across from us is a facet of who we are, an embodiment of who we are, a complement to who we are, and thus vice versa. And you're like, I know who I am and what I have to offer. I'm wanting to find out about what they have to offer. So I'm glad you got that principle down there. Okay, now we are going to start out with the tarot, because that's just what we're going to do. But that, just know that's the headliner of Pluto showing up here, is offering you that power of coming together. Two geniuses coming together, intelligence, beauty, life masters is what I'm hearing you say as I'm shuffling these cards. So let's, that's too many right there. Let's get clarity on Cancer here about the love, the genius. They're like, we just gonna slip that, just slip it, Joy, right on out. And I'm like, oh yeah, you're so discreet, Cancer. Ooh, the Sorcerer. Now, when they were talking about one card wonder, this is the card that came out, because there's so much contained in it. They're like, Joy, take a moment and totally take this in. You're talking about the alignment of your bones, of your body. Some of you have been put out of joint, even out of your own marrow, your livelihood, your adventurousness, your full on giving into life. It became misgivings. Your switch was flipped, and the poles, the tides turned on you, and you began to have a turn of bad luck. That's what I'm hearing you say. It's not a philosophy that I believe in, because with our conscious mind choosing, we can begin to like recalibrate and remap. But that is what has happened during this period of time. And more power to you coming out of this and getting into alignment with who you are. I've loved that you've initiated and you're aware of it, and you're wanting to step free from those regulations, the things that hemmed you in. But it impacted you seriously, because these are wings, the wings of our mind. There's a bone in our head called the sphenoid. sometimes referred to as the butterfly or the moth bone. But it can put pressure on the eyes, and that's what you're talking about, that misconcept, the mistrust, those sort of things, and it leads to a pressure in the pelvis so, as well, because this is very much the sacral chakra. You've had like a buildup at your throat and a buildup in the pelvis, so therefore you could have been kind of spiteful or been spited. In relationships, there isn't room for that intimacy, that dynamic connection, either through conversation or through sexual intercourse. Are y'all the teacher here today? I hear a manual being written. That's pretty interesting. But you like the mustache. So male or female, whoever's here, you have a cup of love to offer and you're ready. You're like, how do we pour out? Get rid of that old dragon defensiveness and the dragon, the old dragon, the defensiveness, the eye of self, the protector, in order to, you're saying, engage and unlock the key. All right. So we know it's personally an energy system within yourself that has been going on here that led to this rockiness, this hardness, this imbalance in life, this connecting with the wrong characters is what you're talking about, even stepping into the wrong role, being typecast, and you're wanting to step out of that to be set free from that. And I'm telling you, the power is in your own permission, in your breath. Give yourself room in your heart to believe again, to believe new, which is what it's talking about, that all things are possible and that what you do, desire, and dream will come true. Just know that this thing that was going on, the pressure of those misconcepts, the mistrust, the battering from the past, those type of things caused you to swell in the throat chakra and the sacral chakra. So you were totally blocked in intimacy. And so in that, you're also blocked from yourself, of being able to see yourself in your best light, in your benevolence, in who you are. So step into seeing the things about yourself that you like, calling them out, celebrating, exalting them, uplifting them. If you're funny, be funny. If you're bright, be bright. If you are sinister, be sinister. And that doesn't mean cruel or heartless. That means your mind can calculate and perceive to such a level. It's laser precise, okay? That's what I mean there. So look, we got a moon oracle coming in. Let's see. Up. I don't know what all that is, but you're getting a lot out of the way right now, Cancer. That's what I see. You're getting a lot out of the way to get to this, and it's 44. It is the highest number, is the reiteration, and it is the pentacle. Did you just say that? Okay. Physical, full-on manifestation of this, and it's the divine of the divine is what you're letting me know. Someone who has divined the divine. It is the full turning of the cogs and the keys, and the the diamonds on the wheel, knowing how to have fun at work and at play, the money and the love. We think that it's always one or the other, but that's the polarization, the playing of our mind, and then we fall prey to whatever powers that be around us, or else we become rigid, ruled, and regulated. And you're saying that's not what you want. You want the permission to be free, to be balanced, to have your center point of gravity in this, and that makes you attractive. That makes you a super moon. And you're like, ooh, I hear your heart springing up now. And you see that breath going on. You're like, that's filling my cup, Joy. Fill my cup. Fill my cup. You're a super moon. And look at all the stars that begin to effervesce and shine. Like when you pop the bottle of champagne, the bubbles have always been in there. But now they can be shared, seen, and sown. Interesting. You can sow your seeds of love. All right, Cancer, sow those seeds. And talk about the moon plopping down right in your lap, knowing your mind, knowing that person, knowing it is possible, brings the other genius to you. Okay, now, because that credit card came out, let's go ahead and jump into the Pluto. I need to take a break for a second. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. So we have some celebrations going on today, and that was the check-in. Thank you for being patient as my life comes into these videos. But that's what we're here to do, is to share life. Also, be sure you leave comments down below, because I genuinely care. Otherwise, I would not invest hours and hours of my week every week to bring these out to you. I believe in our better world. I believe in your better world. And I believe in this genius and these things becoming possible for you, so that you could have it physically manifested, plopping down to your lap in this earth, in this world. That makes me satisfied and happy too, knowing that you are fulfilled. I genuinely love you, and that's why I'm here. So leave those comments, baby. But since your Pluto clarifier was already out, we're going to take a look. I see you right there. Interesting. The Nine of Wands. Look at you. I just hope you see what I see. You're erupting from the chrysalis. And just know when the butterfly does, there's just one drop of blood. It was stained my wall in my prayer house that I had. It was pretty fantastic and fascinating that I got blessed with that experience of being able to witness the full life cycle inside with me. It was pretty interesting. But this is you coming forward in your whole self. Your heart is manifest. Ooh, baby, I can't say what I'm saying. We'll just say it like this. Your heart is your stimulatory organ, male or female. It is it would be called the H spot. We're just going to say that right there and talk about some Pisces feet. You definitely have your feet in the other world, in Neptune, which is fantastic because talk about being able to bring forth the impossible. You're like, yes, to me, all things are possible. I simply have forgotten because my switch got flipped. It got flipped when I got knocked out. It got flipped when I lost my dreams. It got flipped when I had to traverse those hard places and lost sight of who I was. But I hope you're back now. I hope you're beginning to feel the restriction leaving in your throat because your heart is flowing. You're seeing who you are and your full potential is becoming actualized as we speak. Remember, these are energy sessions. So that's what Pluto is here to do, is to remind you how good it feels to feel, to be in love, to be loved, both sides, because a relationship is a two-way street. Not only someone who loves you well, but who lets you fully love them in your expression, for there are no hindrances, no snags. It is a perfect, pure channel. Thank you. So with that, we're going to step into our Pitmen. I love these guys. Look at their crazy world they're bringing on here. They're bringing in all the colors, all the juice, all the flavor. They're like the Wizard of Oz. Don't fall asleep in that poppy forest. Here we go. That field of poppies. Excuse me. You've been talking quite a bit, but I know you've narrowed it down. Just giving yourself the power and the permission to speak with that precise clarity, with that laser focus going on. All right? Oh, you got resurrection power going on here. The way you're laying this out, it's the full deliverance. It's the dying to self and the shame and the old way. It's literally once something is dead, like in the scary movies that used to be cut their head off with the bad guy, because I'm like, then you know they're done. It is done. It is over with. And the thing is your heart begins to awaken and arise, and you come through in this chrysalis power, and you remember how good it feels to feel it's done. It's done. All right, so with our Pitmen, this is our Mars energy, our empowerment energy of, okay, we get all this, we see it being done. Now what do we do about it? How are we empowered? How are we move forward? How are we like envisioned and awakened? It's like now you're talking about the belly, and I feel it just kind of rising up, like moving around the caduceus, moving around your central channel. It's the full activation of who you are. Oh, you got the highlight on Christmas. Encrima, baby. Encrima. Open your presence. Open your presence. Presence. Open your presence. That's what this chrysalis power is. Not just showing your heart, not feeling, not just loving and being loved. Open your presence. Avail yourself to the presence of other people, to the presence of other energies. Remember, to the presence of another genius. And there might be many of them. You're like, I'm interviewing people. I'm letting people into my life, male or female, whoever's here. You're like, okay, so I'm fine like wine. Let me taste some other wines to see what I got going on around me. You're like, that'll show you the pure vision. That'll renew the mind, the eyes, and you'll begin to see life with clarity, with perfection, with like a hindsight of wisdom behind you. You have this rock form foundation, stability of who you are. You can now live above ground, Cancer. No more having the hidey ho. Hidey ho. Hidey ho. It's off to work you go. You're like, it's off. We go into the chapel because we're gonna get married. And I'm like, yep, married and married. You're gonna be happy. I love that. That's what Mars has going on for you. It's a little secret that you've cherished inside all along, and it's coming forward. It's giving yourself the permission to be bold, to be powerful, to be fully seen for who you are. No more shrinking, no more smalling, the smallish, the smallness of bringing in, hemming it in because it bothers other people or they don't like it, or just having been around the wrong energies, right? All this conundrum, all this chaos going on. that you're in the true environment that allows your throat to be fully open, that allows your sacral chakra to be open, that allows your beauty to step forward and to move forward and to stride forward into a room and to be received and to be celebrated. Both ways, right? That two-way street, to celebrate and to be celebrated. I'm loving that for you, Cancer. This is exciting. I love it. Yo, genie, your selves coming together, you and your love. Leave comments down below. Let me know what's going on in the story of your life. Here's the story of mine. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for stopping by. Come again soon. I love you.